Turkish Cypriot and Greek Cypriot presidents are meeting in Nicosia ahead of talks in Geneva next week. Let's take a closer look now at how the decades-long dispute has evolved. Turkey intervened in Cyprus in 1974 after a coup that sought Greek annexation. Now, the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus was declared in 1983. Turkey is the only country to recognize it, while Greece considers it an occupation of Cyprus by Turkey. In 2004, both sides of Cyprus voted on a UN proposal that would have created a federation of two states. Since then, there have been UN-brokered reunification talks. The UK, Turkey, Greece, and both sides of Cyprus will attend the latest round on January 12th. Well, Mehmet Ali Talat joins us now from Nicosia for more. Thank you so much for joining us. Will these talks underway today and in Geneva next week be another step in more than a decade of negotiations, or are you expecting a real breakthrough here?
Actually, we are very in favor of a solution, and we are expecting a solution. All Cypriots, including Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots, are looking forward because, as you mentioned, this problem is quite a protracted problem. It is since 1963, more than 50 years, half a century. So we are looking for a solution, particularly with the inception of the negotiations on 9th of this month in Geneva, and with the multi-party conference, which will start on 12th of this month, again in Geneva. So the final agreement, including its security aspects and including its all international relations and linkages, will be finalized, what we are expecting, with 12th of this month international conference.
Okay. Mr. Talat, I have to give my apologies. We actually failed to introduce you properly. You are very much an important figure in these ongoing talks because you are not only the former president of Northern Cyprus, but you've also been part of many of these negotiations. But let me just try to clarify, if you can, why you think it's so different this time, why you're confident that real progress can actually be made. And also, please outline your ideal solution for this crisis.
Actually, it is not the first time that we are so close to each other. But now, of course, building up of all convergences, we are at a more closest position for the time being. Myself with Mr. Christofias, the former Greek Cypriot leader, we created a lot of convergences. We created quite good documents, which actually was first time in the history of Cyprus problem, and both sides accepted those convergences, but also we identified what we were not agreeing upon. I mean, the points of divergences. Yep. So now the leaders of the two sides are building on those convergences and those points which need more clarification.
Okay.
Furthermore, in the meantime, a lot of other developments took place. For example, the collapse of the Greek Cypriot economy, which showed to the Greek Cypriots that solution is a must now. This is a great development on this issue. And furthermore, the two motherlands are also for solution. They are more interested now to this solution, and they decided to negotiate On the issue of security, this is another important step forward. So we are really to a better position. We are very close to each other for the time being.
Okay. You've also long identified the territorial issue, as you called it, one of the main stumbling blocks here. How would you like to see that resolved?
The territory issue is not the biggest issue, to my opinion, because of the fact that the territories which are going to be given to the Greek Cypriot constituent state and those territories which will stay with the Turkish Cypriot constituent state will be again on this island. And since we are going to establish a federation, which is the ideal solution, and this is the ideal solution for me also, in a federation, the issue of territory is rather a kind of administrative territory. So I think that is not the most important aspect of the matter. The most important aspect for the time being is the security issue, which affects both parties, both Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. We reached to that stage ultimately, and the multi-party conference will.
Okay, unfortunately, Mehmet Ali Talat, we have lost your connection. We apologize for that. I'm not sure we can join you later in the program, unfortunately, but I think we do appreciate all the insight you've given into this issue on Cyprus. Thank you so much for joining us, if you can hear us from Istanbul.